Hey everybody, welcome to Vancouver. We are at the southern end of the terminals, and today we are going to be continuing our cross Canada trip. We have finished all the provinces, and we are now going to head north to where we're going to start on the territories. So the first territory we're going to is the Yukon, which is the westernmost territory. So we're going to be doing a long flight up along the Rockies. Should be some good views, might be a little bit bumpy, but let's hop on board and we'll get going. So just gonna go through, make sure everything is set up. Parking brakes, flaps, spoilers, radars, wind shears, engine masters, throttles, ignition, and gear is all set. So the territories are kind of interesting. In that they're not actual provinces. They're larger areas of land and pretty sparsely populated, even in their capitals. So, if you look at, Canada, the main part of Canada running west to east across, the globe, you have. As I mentioned, 10 provinces across the bottom. So if you count the Maritimes as one, so there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so say 6 provinces roughly that run east to west. There's only 3 territories, so already there you can see how much bigger they are. And there used to only be 2. It was the Northwest Territories and then the Yukon, and then sometime in the last 20 years, can't remember exactly when, I think it was in the last 20 years, they brought in the third, Nunavut, which is the easternmost territory, which we'll be flying to as well. So that's all the instrument lights are on. I'll do the APU fire test. I'll get on the crew oxygen, the signs, and the exit lights. We'll get the ADIRs going. Annunciators, probes, and window heats are fine. APU's off, temperatures are good. ECAM's battery, fuel pumps are off. Fire tests on 1 and 2. And we'll come downstairs. Flight directors again are automatically on. Barrel for Vancouver at the moment is, where is it? 3011. So we'll dial that in. And this is FS Dream Teams Vancouver. CYVR. 3011. EFIS set. FCU we'll deal with in a minute. Radios, no VATSIM. Not worried about that. So over we go to our fly pad. So for our fuel today, we're going to need a bit. There's no real weather, and we're going up here. So most of the weather's off on the other side of the Rockies. So go in here, we'll plug that in. Get that up and running. We're going to pop you out. We'll go to dispatch, fuel, and we're going to want 6641 in the fuel today. 6641, real-time fuel loading, and away she goes. And we can get into the MCDU. Oh, there's everybody coming on board. So we'll enter all this information in. It's looking good. Our initial weather. Back. Look at our weights. 6641 plus 200 for taxi, and there's our baggage, and 43.3 is correct. And 22 passengers on today's flight. Let's get that entered in. 43.3, 30.0, and fuel will be 6.6. Trip wind is going to be a tailwind of 8. That's all entered in, and Tropo is pretty low today. 28,874. We'll get that entered in there. And over to the flight plan. So basically we're going to be departing on runway 08 right, and we are going off on the YVR1, which is basically straight runway heading and climb.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger
There is no star for the arrival.
overhead bins and smaller items.
And we're going into the RNAV for 14 right,
please place all of your items
with no star.
If you have any trouble finding a location
And no
for your
transition.
items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin
There we
is
go.
full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers.
See, we're 830
Once all your
miles for the
items are
flight.
put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated
So there's
in
no
an
information on
emergency
the
exit row,
RadNav. IFR
please
clearance,
exit
we'll take it
seating
as given.
responsibilities in the safety car
IRS
seat
is
back in front of you.
aligning.
Please make sure you are willing and
Still
able
got a few
perform
minutes
the
to go
actions
for that.
required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask
So
that
if we look at
larger
our flight
electronic
plan,
devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
here is our flight plan. We're going to come out of Vancouver, basically fly northwest up along the Rockies, all the way up, and then we're going to cross out of British Columbia into the Yukon, and then fly down here. And Whitehorse is down here close to the border. This is Alaska. See Juneau and Sitka, Ketchikan, all these places you hear about on cruises, because Alaska starts down here. It has this little leg that runs down the side of Canada. And there we go. So that is the route for today.
We're ready to go when you are.
And it should be fairly straightforward. So takeoff briefing is done. We're going to go 2,000 on the squawk. 4 minutes to go on the alignment, so we're going to start our APU. Get it up and running. Cruise altitude for today is 38,000 feet, so we'll just dial that right in now. No speed restrictions on departure, and we will be basically going to our first waypoint on departure. So that is all set. Fueling is now complete. What I'm going to look at while we wait for the IRS to align is on the RNAV, we have to be at Emisa for 5,300 feet. And there's a lot of mountains in the area. So there's Emisa. So we're going to go into our program, our progress. I'm going to type in Emisa. It should come up with the point eventually. But we're going to tell this to sync. And then we are going to want it to be at 5,300. And then that will give us our estimated top of descent point, and then we're gonna have to really watch the terrain. This is fairly mountainous in the area, and winds are out of the south. But it's a beautiful day here in Vancouver. See, this is leading out across the water. It's Vancouver Island off in the distance. It's where the capital is, but the airport's very small, so we didn't go in there. And again, this is the FS Dream Team scenery for Vancouver, so it looks very nice. Interesting airport with these parallel runways. The road comes right up the center of the runways. And then here's the parking and the terminal buildings are up at the far end. It's a pretty interesting design for an airport, and it's beautiful inside. It's one of my favorite airports in Canada. Alright, so 1 minute left to go. There we go. There we go. Everything's aligned now. 810 miles. So we're all set there. So APU is started. MCDU weights are all entered in. Transition altitude 18,000 feet. Do flaps 1 and 0.3 down bubble on the trim. And 123, 124, and 128 on the Toga takeoff speed. So that's now all set. You can go up overhead. The APU bleeds are now coming on. Fans are running. Outside temperature here is still only 16 degrees. That's fine. External power is disconnected. Doors and windows are closed. Cockpit door is now secured. Fuel pumps coming online. Go to ground. Call the tug. Nose wheel disengaged, so the steering pin is in.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard.
Transponder is on standby.
Our flight time will be roughly 2
Gate
hours.
has been pulled.
Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in air.
We're going down to this end for takeoff. 108 right. So we're actually going to go out around here. We're going to take a hotel up to Lima, and then Lima down to the end of the runway. Alright, looks like he's in and we are ready to go. Parking brake is released. And we are pushing back. Looking for the taxi line. It's not that far back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration.
Alright, starting engine number 1.
Hello,
Ignition
and
to
thank
start.
you for flying with Digital Flight Deck Executive Charters. A few announcements as we begin our flight. Everyone should have a look at the safety card that is in the seat pocket. Not only does it have pretty pictures, but it has important information about the location and how to operate all exits and explains other safety features of this aircraft. Please keep your seat belts fastened whenever the seat belt light is on. To be safe, we recommend your seat belt stays fastened whenever you're in your seat, just in case there is unexpected turbulence. And please comply with instructions from the in-flight team with regard to the fastened seat belt signs.
Engines are spooling.
For the 0.0001% of you who have never operated a seat belt before, it works like this. Just insert the metal end into the buckle until it clicks, and pull on the loose end to tighten. To open, lift on the top of the buckle. Be sure the seat belt fits low and tight across your lap, and you're good to go. There are 4 doors.
Parking brake is
2 in the front
engaged,
and 2 in the
and
rear.
tug has been dismissed.
Each door has an inflation slide which inflates when the doors open. There are also 4 window exits over the wings, also equipped with inflation
Good start on
slides.
engine number 1,
The
starting
slides
engine
in
number
each
2.
door can also be detached from the aircraft and be used for flotation
Should see the
if
tug
necessary.
leave.
Each door and window exit is indicated by an exit sign. There is also a path of white lights along the
There
base
he
of
goes.
the seats that lead to red lights which mark the exits. Take a moment to look around and find your closest exit. This may be behind you. Go on, we'll wait. It's unlikely, but if the cabin pressure changes suddenly during the flight, oxygen masks will automatically drop from the compartment above your seat. If this happens, pull one of the masks down to your face and cover your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling the loose ends at each side of the mask. Then, just breathe normally. Oxygen will be
Brake
flowing
pressure
to
is
the
up.
mask, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to put your mask on before helping others, and keep it on until a crew member advises you to take it off. Also unlikely is the possibility of a water landing. But just in case, a pouch containing a life vest is located
Air
in the
coming on,
cabinets
bleeds
along
are
the
all
sides of the
fully
cabin.
engaged.
Take it out of the plastic bag and place the
And
vest
we have
over
a
your
good
head.
start on
The
engine
strap
number 2.
goes around your waist and attaches with a buckle.
Alright,
Pull on the end of
igniter's
the
off,
strap to
APU bleeds off,
As you leave the
APU is
aircraft,
off.
Pull sharply on the red
So
plastic
auto
handles to
brake
inflate.
on,
The vest can also be
spoilers.
inflated by blowing into the red tubes at both shoulders.
Ground
A
spoilers are armed,
water-activated
flaps to
locator
1.
light is attached at shoulder level.
Anti-ice
Keep in
not
mind that
required.
your seat
Flight
cushion
controls.
is not a flotation
Full
device,
left,
so please don't
full
take
right,
it home with you.
neutral,
A word
forward,
from our friends at
back,
Transport
neutral,
Canada.
left,
The aircraft is
right,
one big
neutral,
no-smoking zone.
and
So you
brakes.
can't smoke in the restrooms
Steering
or
pin
anywhere
has
else
been
on the
disconnected.
aircraft. Tampering with,
Horizontal
disabling,
trim
or destroying restroom smoke
is
detectors
3 down,
isn't
rudder
allowed by
is
law.
centered in
And everyone
0.
is required to follow the instructions from the in-flight
And
team
we
and
are
comply
good.
with information, lighted signs, and posted placards.
Taxi light is on.
Once in the air, we will have premium drinks and food available for your
We're
enjoyment.
good to taxi.
As we get ready for takeoff, please check that your seatbelts are fastened
Parking
and
brake
your
is
electronics are off. As the crew comes through to make a final cabin check, please let us know if you have any questions or need any help. We promise to do everything we can to make sure you have a safe, comfortable flight. Thank you for flying with Digital Flight Deck Executive Charters.
Alright, here we go. Taxi out this way, come around. There's a couple ramp parkings to our left. So we'll go around this way, out through Gulf to Hotel, up Hotel to Lima, and then we'll get down to the end of the runway. There's Gulf coming up. Like how it gives you this nice, you can go wide, make the turn. See the clouds and some rain out there on the island. Alright, well, we're rolling up here to Lima. We'll do a TO config. That is fine. We're configured for takeoff. Do the cabin ding. Should get a good view of the mountains today. Now I have removed the add-on mesh for British Columbia. That was which I believe was causing all those hesitations and stuff when we flew in here. So we're gonna take a look at that. So there's 3113 not in use, so we're cleared to cross. So we're going down to Lima 4, which we'll use as our entry point. This is Lima 2. It's kind of a high speed coming off from the other direction. Here we are. We want the sunshine on it, make it look nice. There's a weather radar for the airport. This is the holding area for aircraft at the far end when they're getting ready to go. Looks like we got a couple ships out there in the channel. Alright, let's get the speed down. We're going to be light today, so obviously with only 23 passengers. So we're going to be climbing fairly good, so we're going to dial that back to 2,500 pretty quickly, just so that we're not too uncomfortable a rate. Parking brake is on. Cabin crew is notified. Lights are all coming up. Strobe lights. You on, and you nose light to takeoff. Anti-ice not required. Packs will remain on. TCAS, TARA, tilt above. Transponder is already on. Weather radar on. Well, weather radar 1. PWS is on. Weather mode is WX plus T. And takeoff memo, no blue. I'm not sure if TCAS is showing anything. No, I don't think so. Alright. Brakes are off. Let's roll forward. A little bit of throttle to get us going. Another mod I've recently downloaded after arriving in, I think it was Singapore, and it was like pitch black at the terminals. I finally downloaded the one that adds lighting to a lot of the default airports. Especially the big ones. So hopefully we won't run into that type of thing again. There we go. So we're now stopped. Engine's up to 50%. Engine stable, brakes released. Throttles forward to takeoff power. It's 100 knots. V1, rotate. 20%. Gear up. Throttles are climb, bringing the nose down to 15%. Allow the speed to start picking up. And autopilot coming on. We're also going to go into vertical speed mode and hold it at 2,500. There's downtown Vancouver. That's at Stanley Park I was mentioning. There's a bridge you can drive across to get to the north side, but huge bicycle trails and walking trails and everything through there. Downtown Vancouver is where all the cruise ships go into and out of as well for the cruise line. A lot of Alaska cruises go up there. Right, through S speed, so flaps coming up. And then there's the airport. You can see the roads lead right into the center. Shipping out in the channel, and there's Vancouver Island. Victoria, the capital, is down on the south tip, and the island actually stretches up pretty far. We definitely got some weather coming further up that we can see. Not a lot. we should be above it fairly quickly. There's the mountains starting to come into view. I like how she's gone and decided, no, I'm going to go up at the speed I want to go up at. Quit being a rocket ship. It's 9,000 feet.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet, so you may turn on larger
We're not quite there yet.
devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi.
Standard pressure. Landing lights will come off.
We do offer
All these taxi lights will come off.
To our partners.
Wing lights are off.
Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll
So
be
the
able
beacon
to
is
access
on.
a wide range of free live TV and stage movies library.
Oop. Turn off the seatbelt signs.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
So we're climbing to 38,000 feet. We're turning on to the route here. See some of the shipping up in the
The flight crew
channels
has
here.
turned on the fasten seatbelt
I
sign.
turned it off
Please
again.
make your seat fasten your seatbelt.
Whatever. Alright, we'll leave you with some views. And once again, we will be back with you as we start our descent into Whitehorse. See you then.
Final descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
So we're starting our descent through 10,000 feet. That's coming up. So I got the speed dialed back to 240. Probably gonna have to go a little bit on the speed brakes to get her down to that. So it's doing some weird funky stuff here. So we're gonna be taking over. I've got the headings. We're gonna go track on this one, so that we're gonna track the actual compass headings. And it's kind of gonna be a visual approach. It's about a 3-degree. It is a 3-degree. Down angle, so we'll be able to dial that in, hopefully get us down close to the runway where we can take over and land it manually. We've got some mountains coming up we're gonna have to watch. I think we kind of go up over these mountains and then in on the other side, so we got 5,000-6,000 foot hills here. I'm gonna, the moment will keep us to 7,000 feet. We don't want to get down too early. See the train radar starting to pick up some of the peaks over there. So we should just skirt the edge of them here. And it looks like Whitehorse is over in this area. It's pretty much there-ish. There's the peaks coming in. We're down at 240. We'll ease off on the speed brake. Taking you down to 1,500 feet now. So we're in the Canadian North. Still a little bit of snow on the ground. As you can see, little patches here and there. We're just going to hold at 7,000 feet. Again, at Emisa, we're going to want 210 knots and 5,300. Very rugged terrain up here. So we're going to go up to Emisa, and then we're going to make this turn, and then we're going to come down. Yeah, the town's over there. Come down this way to the airport. No. Go back. This damn thing not following the way it's supposed to. That was descent mode kicking in, or approach mode, sorry.
2,500.
I forgot that was coming up. Alright, so let's turn ourselves a little bit more this way. Just gonna keep over the edge here. Not seeing the airport. Alright, so we're down through 10,000 feet. Get our lights on. They're all set. Don't need landing systems. Gonna go to track mode, track FPA. 10 miles out. Start bringing the speed back. As we cross over here, start descending down to 5,300 as well.
$2,500.
So when we hit IMSA, we're going to want a 231 heading. That will take us over to Ovuma, and then Ovuma it's 140, and that will bring us in
2,500
on the proper course. Very nice, very barren. I'm actually going to put first knot to flaps in before we do this as well. I think that's our shadow on the hill there. All right, flaps 1. It's 2.5 miles. Starting to level. All right. 231. So we're down at the height we want to be at. And the airport's down in that valley there. It's about, what is it? 5, 10, almost 11 miles. So we're going to adjust our track a little bit. Head right towards Avuma. Going to dial in that 3-degree downslope, because when we are – 4,000 feet to seduce, so less than a mile, we're going to start our descent. Alright, so we'll start our turn to 240, or 140, and then we'll adjust on from there. I think that's the airport right there. There is 2 runways. There's a longer one and a narrower one. You're gonna make me dial this back in again, aren't you? So here's 2.5 miles out. And well, you preset. Oh, that's annoying. There's our 3-degree downslope. Flaps 2. Gear down.
1,500.
So we're descending. Flaps 3. And flaps full. So we're flap full, lights are on. Gear down 3 green, speed brake is armed. Flaps are full, auto brake 1. We gotta go to the end anyway, given where it is. So I think we're high. So we're gonna increase our descent a bit. Yeah, we're well below the brick. There we go. But that's for the 3-degree slope, not where we're actually headed, so we're gonna have to keep it low. And a bit of a steep angle.
1,000. 100 above. Minimum.
Landing. Leaving the cabin.
Cabin cruise for that.
500.
There we go.
400.
Slow the descent rate. We can go slightly long.
300. 200.
Alright, we're looking good.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
And we're down. Reversers are green. Auto brake is green. It's 80 knots. Alright, reversers are off. Auto brakes are off. We are down. Not the prettiest of approaches. Here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 4:21 p.m. and it's currently about 20 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
We're going to head down to apron 1, commercial apron. Turn these off. Here we go. And welcome to Whitehorse. This is the default airport. Turn on. It's I don't think I've got a hotkey set up for up there anymore. Yeah. Slow down that taxi. Which one is it? It is Yellow hydraulics, and we'll shut down engine number 2. Hopefully that'll keep our taxi speed under control a little bit. Looks like there's some names over there. Interesting. Or is this a default? I can't remember if I got a scenery for this or not. Maybe I did get a scenery for this. Because it seems, yeah, they wouldn't have all that for the default. Especially with the jetways and everything, and we can see where we're going. They're all waiting for us, so we'll turn you off. Yeah, this has got to be a scenery. I just forgot I had. Looks nice. Wasn't lettering, it looks like they're windows, but whatever. Ourselves in and parked, even though the jetway is in the wrong position. Need a little extra push. Let me go a little bit further. There we go. Let's jump on board. External power. Parking brake is on. Let's call over the jetway. See where it goes. Okay. And into the cockpit. Oh, so close. I guess you're going in on that side. Right. So let's get ourselves organized here. So parking brake is on. Nav aids. Sorry about the camera angles there. Are all off. Everything here is off. FCU is reset. Flight directors 1 and 2 are off. Autopilot and auto thrust are off. NDs are reset down to 10 arc and clear. External power is on. Engine master is off. Fuel pumps. Logbook. Engine masters are off. Beacons off. Seatbelts off. Portable devices are off. External power is confirmed on. Transponder is off. Roger can go say goodbye to everybody. And that is the flight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with us. We've left the provinces. We're now up in the territories, up in the Arctic. Hope you enjoyed the flight. We'll see you on the next one when we head eastwards. We're heading over to Yellowknife. See you then. Bye for now.